Chris, before we get into the overview of the song Together, can you give me your thoughts on performing for the first time to an audience?
Well, that's kind of a funny story because, when writing it when I was a teenager, of course, I was living at home with mom and dad and whatnot. And a lot of times it would happen later at night that I'd be playing. Everybody's gone off to bed, and I felt comfortable with being able to play at that point in time, nobody to bother me, that kind of thing. I used to get in a little bit of heck about making a little bit too much noise in the middle of the night. So I actually would grab up my guitar late at night, midnight or whatever, and sneak outside and walk down the street a little bit to the corner and sit down on the grass there on the curb and sit there and play and write and practice. And there's a small apartment building, like a four-story apartment building across from the road. And people would start to come out, set up a little lawn chair, sit there and listen. So that was my first audience for ever playing live in front of others, and that was not my intent. I just wanted to be able to find a nice quiet spot to be able to play and practice. So, but when you're living in the city, it's a little bit hard to find. So that was that.
That's very cool. So could you give us an overview of the song Together?
Yeah. So this one was in reference to the friends that we were together with. And we ended up being a very tight family in the end. And I was very blessed with finding this group of friends. And we all still today call each other family. We get together on a fairly regular basis, not as often as we would like, but still everybody's busy. And I think that there was some drama going on out there amongst the group, not untypical for teenagers. And but this speaks to the importance of friendship, staying together, whether it's the good times or the bad times. And I think that's true obviously for any relationship, right? Is that it's not just the good times that you stay for. You stay for the good times and the bad times, and you allow people to make mistakes and to grow and to develop and change. And as long as they are growing and developing and improving and changing just to be a better person, treat each other better, then that's good. And so that's exactly what this was speaking to.
So in the song, there's a line and it says, "And you can fight it if you try." What's that about?
Yeah, so that's referring to challenges. A lot of times these songs, they go back to overcoming personal challenges, and there's always that motivational piece in there, whether I'm speaking to another or a lot, of course, reminding myself, speaking to myself, that you can overcome this if you try. We talked about in other videos about there always being an exit, a choice, a path that's available to us. And this is yet again reminding of that you can fight it if you try. And because sometimes, overcoming challenges or even developing yourself, it can be a fight. And especially when you're in a really bad place, it becomes almost the feeling of impossible, and that you have to battle very hard to make 1 inch of movement, and in order to get to a place where you can run a mile. And so it is absolutely a fight.
So you sing, "They try to break the circle and tear it all apart."
So the circle is referring to the circle of friends, right? And I think that this could also speak to society, right? Is that you see people that are being negative, like somebody posts something positive online, and people get negative responses, and it's awful. And all they're trying to do is tear things down, and it's so much easier to destroy than it is to build something. It's so difficult to get people to do a simple act of kindness, and so easy for them to, be curt or not offensive, but less than kind. And it really does break the circle of friends, the circle of family, the circle of society, and the importance that this be recognized, that every little thing that we do, every small thing, every gesture can make a difference.
And finally, you sing, and you say, I couldn't understand, just try to give me the time. And you emphasize time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. Because it's easy for someone to be in a bad place or whatever, and to have that feeling that nobody could possibly ever understand them. And that actually relates back to the very first song that I wrote that I mentioned in other videos, where it was a little bit of woe of me. The first couple of songs were written kind of that way, and I very quickly got out of that because I didn't like the feeling of that. I didn't like the lyrics or songs that felt like I was feeling sorry for myself. I was trying to inspire myself and want to have a positive message, not a sad one. So this refers to the difficulty of people being able to understand somebody, but it's more so about the feeling that, even if I tell you my story, I can't verbalize it in a way that you'll actually understand it. The second line, just give me the time, is to say, to give me the opportunity. Because even though you feel like you can't say the words right or you can't express them well, the understanding is still there. The empathy is there. The desire to understand is there. And just the desire to understand, even if you don't fully grasp it, is okay. It's okay. The desire to understand is a powerful, powerful thing.
Chris, thanks very much for giving us an overview of the song Together, which is going to be on the upcoming album, This Is Love, Volume 1.
Thank you, Mark.